Hey guys, welcome back to Obduction. So I came all the way back to this guy because I wasn't satisfied with the results of me kind of fumbling through some of those puzzles earlier because they were involving this guy. And we've been told before that these things work with numbers. I mean, this told us basically because the only way to interact with it is to type numbers and do it over and over again. So what I did is I typed in the numbers 1 through 10 and then I made this. Ta-da! So now I have numbers 1 through 10 in their language, and I can input those, and now I'm going to go back in there and test what it was doing, and what impact each of these numbers have. Also, in between episodes, I have also reinstalled the game on a solid-state drive instead of a hard drive. We'll see if that helps with the hitching. So far, it does not seem to really help with the load times, but maybe the game won't constantly seize up when I'm walking around. That's the hope, at least. Hello, shortcut. Now that you're open, I can actually take this back, which is great. So let's test out our new numbers. Why don't we? Interestingly, this doesn't really match with any of them. Let's see. So this is 5 segments long. Is that actually part of the solution here? Let's try typing. Well, first of all, how do I clear you out again? There we go. You strike through them. I'm like, how do I get rid of these? They're stuck here and I can't rewrite it. Come on. Alright, just awkward enough. Alright, so let's try typing 1, which is these two connected. Nothing happens. Okay, so we'll try typing 2. 2 happened. Or 1 happened over in the far end. Okay. So 1 made nothing happen, 2 made 1 happen. Let's try making 3 of them spawn. If I multiply 2 by 3, we'll get 6. Let's see if the symbol for 6 causes 3 of them to spawn. Just trying to figure out the logic here. Sounds happened. Nothing actually spawned. Okay. Gonna switch back out then. Delete. Delete. There we go. It's weirdly finicky. Let's try 9. Oh, this one's still here. Get out of that. Are we clear? Nothing's weird connected anywhere? No. Try 9. 9 made just the second one spawn. Okay. The number 10 is most similar to what I put in the first place. Get out of there, Jesus. Alright, so actually I did want that. I wanted that one there, actually. So this is 10. It looks a lot like what I was typing before. Not even 10, huh? Okay. What exactly does cause this to be the right answer, then? Have we had any number clues anywhere? I'm trying to re-solve a puzzle I already did, basically, just to figure out why the answer worked. The best thing I can come up with is, let's go crazy so I can go back to the other world again. Trying to put it back together. Wait, did that make you get cased? No, you were already covered in the weird does that always happen? No, it doesn't. Oh, weird. Look at this. There's no weird frame on this one, but that caused a frame to happen on some of them. On this guy. What in the world? I wonder if there's an explanation somewhere in the game of how the weird mechanics work here, because there's some weird stuff going on. There we go, that's the previous one that worked. Why is that one covered in stone now? Interesting. Well, anyway, the one whiteboard had the number 15 scrawled on it, so I'm thinking maybe if I take the number 15, I can do it, but I didn't record the number 15, unfortunately. Is the number 15 on my... The number 15 is not on that one paper either that I took a picture of. So this is a number that we... whatever this is the thing that we made before on accident, which gives us this. And I'm a little curious about what's going on here, because this is 5 consecutive perfect blue ones with no frames on them, which in itself is kind of strange. Let's work on cutting between some of these guys. There we go. If you just hold it down the whole time when you kind of slowly go around, it kind of persists pretty well. So let's review what 1 looked like. So 1 just does nothing. That's weird to me. I don't think I'm missing any details on what 1 looks like either. Alright. 2 is what brought the thing in. Right, that brings into 1 floating platform. Then we try 3. Now that we've learned about there being multiple stages somehow, I'm just curious how that particular works. So going from 2 to 3 just makes the existing platform get covered in the stone, which is interesting because none of the previous ones look like that. Okay. We'll move on to 4 then. So there's 4. Oh, weird. So 4 adds that little strut on the bottom. Weird. Okay, so what if I do 3 and 4? Wait, did I do 4 right? I didn't do 4 right. This is 4. Nothing really changed, though. So... can I draw a 3 and a 4 on top of each other to have a stone... Oh, it auto-corrected to that other thing instead. Can I draw a 3 and a 4 on top of each other? So this part here makes it a 4. This is the 3. There it is. The strut is there, and the platform's there. Let's remove the 4. There we go. Maybe the 1 was the strut? Maybe I just didn't notice it because it's dark. So let's see. Maybe I just didn't notice at the time. So let's try the 1 again. It is the strut. The strut is the 1, then the 2 is the color, then the 3 is the overall thing. But 1 becomes, like 3 is inside of 1. So when you make a 3, it becomes the whole thing. So I do this, it becomes 1, 2, 3. No. I blew that, apparently. So 3 does that much. It does the strut, it does the blue part, it does the encasing around it. Okay. Let's try the symbol for 15 then, which I looked up when we went back there by typing it into the machine, which is this weird 4 that's attached to the edge. And by this I don't mean the previous definition of 4, but literally it looks like a 4, but then latched on top. Interesting. So 15 makes it so that it's this weird... It adds a second one. How does this work exactly? Okay. Is it happening because it's touching the edges? Do I want to make the carrot on each edge? That did something. Did it autocorrect at all? It did autocorrect. Okay, let's just try the carrots and nothing else. Just to see what impact that has on it. I mean, sorry, not carrots, chevrons. Does carrot also fit? I don't... You know, whatever. I meant chevron. It deletes them. Although that becomes almost the entire answer. In fact, that becomes approximately what we had before. What in the world? I'm trying to make any sense of this. So the numbers that we've been given don't make sense. Let's try something. Next point of curiosity. So we'll delete everything again. So the piece of paper I found in the mayor's office had the number 100... well, first of all, it had the number 18, so let's check that real quick. So I'm curious about what that does. It creates 2 struts, 3 struts in 1 platform. Okay. Let's try the next number that was on the mayor's office thing was 158. And 158 looks like this. And this. So the numbers written down may have just been some definition of what some numbers were, but they don't correlate to these bridge commands then. Okay. So whatever's going on here, I still haven't figured it out. And the notes I have, if they're supposed to help me with anything, aren't going to help me with this specific thing. So either they refer to something else, or they were just humans trying to figure out the symbols. Well, let's try this though. I haven't tried this yet. The big 15 I saw was written diagonally, which seems to indicate that it was actually meant to be drawn like this. Which I tried back there, and it gave me some other number on the little computer, but no. It's not the secret here either, and it autocorrects to that weird shape, which creates a series of struts. It creates 4 out of 5 struts. This middle one here, and this one right in front, this blue thing in front of me doesn't have any struts under it. But none of them have the stone. Only 2 of them have blue platforms, which is the most mandatory part, obviously. Huh. Gonna try to make sense of this damn thing. No way that this worked. Is that the whole bridge in full form? Yeah, it is. Alright, I don't have the best explanation for why this worked, but let's show it from scratch, I guess. So we've established that 3... Let's get out of here. Get out of here. Please? There we go. We've established that 3 was one armored thing. There we go. There's the one armored guy. And so I realized this is centered, right? So I figured, well, what if I treat this like a dice? Because there's 5 sections of the bridge, so I figured 1, 2, 3, 4 being these 4 pieces of the diamond right here, and then 5 being the middle piece. So then I just drew the same symbol. This one's for the top corner. This one's for the left corner. This one's for the right corner. This one's for the bottom corner. Just the same little T shape over and over again that represents 3. And then it comes in fully formed. So at least now I have an idea of what... I won't say I'm working with complete information yet, but at the very least I have some sense of how this might work. Because I essentially treated the screen like a series of nodes, and drew a symbol on each node to represent the 3 that seemed to be what caused the armored piece. So now I should be able to replicate this infinitely, right? This will be a test to make sure that this happens the same way on every platform and they're not somehow different from platform to platform. Why won't you work? There we go. This is... Everything about clicking on stuff in this game, despite being a game about clicking stuff, is weirdly finicky, unfortunately. And I wish it wasn't, but it is. Did I mess up? I didn't mess up, did I? I think I messed up. Oh, right. These aren't supposed to be connected. Come on. Come on, man. Please? This game consistently misreads where you're trying to click. Oops, that's not what I meant. And it's kind of a bummer, because it's a game where you click on stuff. That should be the right one. Like, when I was dealing with that one machine that doesn't seem to do anything, but it fell off when I entered the right code. It took me several times trying to enter the right code because I would click on a number and a different number would get entered because it would press a different key on the machine than the one that my mouse was clearly highlighting, and I'm like, why are you wrong? Why is it wrong? Stop being wrong. And that's happening a little bit here where these drag things, it's like I'm trying to input in specific things and it's just not really responding correctly. Oh well. So we spent the first third of this episode or so not making progress, but making progress at the same time, and that we backtracked and looked at old things, but I think I gained useful new information about what's going on with those old things, so that should be worth it. That's more or less the point. The the entry point's not even here right now, so I'm gonna leave these guys for now in their current state, although it would be satisfying to make them all armored and everything, since that's apparently a thing I can do. But I don't feel like getting the consoles back right now. So instead, we're gonna press forward. And so far the game seems to be running better, so I think putting it in a... I think putting it in on a SSD did help its general performance, just not the unfortunately very long loading times. Is this an elevator? Yep. There's also an entrance over here. Oh, what are you? It's like a hedge maze. That leads to a dead end. But it's clearly sectioned off. There's chunks of it. So it's got to be mobile, right? That's probably why this elevator goes up. Up we go. But yeah, I gotta say the game's pretty, but I kind of wish that they'd gone with a oh yeah. Yep, this is certainly a hedge maze. Okay, I wish they'd gone with somewhat lower fidelity graphics on some level, just because anything to make it load faster, just because they decided to make a core mechanic of the game this world jumping, and the world jumping is kind of a drag when you then have to slowly load every time. That gets disappointing. Alright, what do you do exactly? You rotate the entire thing. Okay. Okay. What do you do? Oh, you probably called the elevator, huh? Okay. Can I click on this thing like in The Witness or something? There's 4 overhangs. What would I even want it to look like? There's a computer console over there. Is there a way to connect that with the rest of the stuff? Let's see. It's like there's here would loop through here, but then get cut off in the middle. I don't think I'm gonna be able to solve the puzzle from here necessarily. I must be able to go somewhere else to do a thing. Is there any corner that connects to another corner? See that one? So this goes off here, but dead ends in the middle. If there is a connection down here, it clearly doesn't go anywhere. This doesn't connect to anything. There's no connection there. Okay. I was wondering if there was a part that I could connect to where we're standing right now. Let's put it back in its default state. I think it was right, judging by how I walked before, it was probably this one, yeah. I thought that, maybe they'd be able to let me walk to a different path from here. Not gonna go any higher up, right? Alright, let's try going down then. Let's see if I can go below the ground floor. Oh yeah, looks like I can actually. Any lower? Let's just test it now, just to know. Good. Oh, what's your deal, huh? What is this? It looks... yeah, it's the same stuff they put on the world swapping devices, but there's no world swapping to be had here. Oh, yes there is. Okay then, where are we going? Also, is this the very center of the maze, or is this one of the individual circles? Oh, I should have memorized where I was then, huh? Oh, that loaded decently fast. Maybe it's a weird subsection area? Oh yeah, this is like the underground part of the US. That's probably a much smaller asset to load than the main area, because the main continent of it is kind of a drag. Okay, you just got replaced by dirt, then. Can I interact with you anywhere? No? There's a pan over here. Now where am I? Oh! Yeah, you can see the top part up there. So it takes the individual pieces then, not the whole maze or anything. So I was probably in the closest piece of maze to where I was standing previously. Where are we connecting to? This goes surprisingly deep. Oh, maybe this'll be familiar. Maybe I'm on the other side of the waterfall. Or here. Hi. Wasn't expecting to be here necessarily. But now that I'm here, I just feel the need to do this, now that I know it's secret. Come on. Definitely feel like you have to fight the input a little bit. There we go. I know your secret, and I'm stuck on you. There we go. Look at that. I figured out something, kind of. So this connects to all the previous underground area. The question is just whether or not I have a reason to want to even be here. So we can teleport them into this world. Cool. What does that accomplish? Let's check forward to see where else this takes me. Maybe it'll be the series of other 4 locations where the maze intersects, or it's gonna load. Oh. See what I mean by this exploration and world-hopping oriented game might benefit from a graphics style that requires less load times. Admittedly, that's the type of optimization issue that you would probably come up near the end of the production cycle instead of the beginning of it, but if only we could go back in time. There we go. Oh, maybe this is the one behind the waterfall. I finally found it! It's so late in the game compared to when I thought I would actually open that. So much time has passed. Alright. The question is... I mean, now this is all open, cool. So this... I guess this must have been involved in their plan of attack then, of dealing with the, This must have been somehow involved with how they dealt with the aliens when it was happening, when they were having their war. But what do I do with it? You know what? Okay, so, this thing is a right angle in front of me. That's the input pipe right there, so it goes forward, and then to the side. Cool. So, I'll take one of the spots I can use to warp back, and I'll put that in a position where I want it to be. I'll rotate the whole maze, and then maybe come back here to replace it, and I'll probably be replacing one piece of that maze with another piece of that maze and swapping them out. This has to be a swapping thing, okay. I should be able to navigate the area if I use U, right? Let's give it a go. Oh, now this is interesting. So I get back, and there's a straight line here. So it got switched with something else that the thing that replaced it was something that I would also want here, basically. I thought it was going to be a piece of Arizona. But it got replaced by a regular piece of terrain. See, there was an entrance here, right? Yeah. Just making sure. So now that we have 5 different pieces, only 4 of them can go anywhere, and we gotta figure out which ones we want. Is there a 3-way junction is the first question I have, and there doesn't seem to be. That path goes somewhere. There's something over there, and there's something over there, but that seems to be the edge of the world. That's a teleport spot, huh? Yeah, it should be. Alright, so I want to go in one of those 3 directions, basically. The first thing I'll probably want to do is, let's see. This is a downright mess, isn't it? I probably want to swap it back, so it fits back together again, instead of leaving it how it currently is. And then we'll find something else to switch out, now that we know that the 5th piece is apparently a straight line. So off I go to return. This is going to be a time-consuming puzzle. I can't go that way. Right. We need to go this way. Alright. I'm gonna loop around and swap it back in, which involves me... Every time I do this, by the way, I'm gonna be cutting a ton of this out, because of how time-consuming it is. But what I do is I go in here, and I teleport this. Then on Earth, I go back to the previous bridge that we did last episode, and I warp back in via that. And that's how I'm cycling around. There we go. Now it's back in place where it was before. Now it's not ideal because I mean it's a T-junction, but that space doesn't rotate that way. It's fine. But now the thing in the human world is that straight line that goes left to right, and the best fit for that seems to be this hallway connector right here. Because otherwise it would go crossways here and crossways here. So in both ways it would lead to a dead end. Leads to a dead end here. So the only place it really fits is right here. Assuming we're even going to use it in the final thing or not. We'll see how that goes. So I'm off to swap that out. So looking at it from here, it looks like a blocked path, but when I see it from above, it should connect to other paths. And this will just be one direction that isn't an in or out, but when I rotate it, it'll be useful. There we go. So that's straight now. So the thing that I replaced it used to go from up to right. So now I want something that'll benefit from that kind of pattern. I believe the only one that would benefit from that would be the first one, really. The problem is that puts us in the slightly dangerous situation of, it's also a thing that won't be connected to the entrance anymore. Let's see. Maybe we'll put that on hold for now, actually. What has my eye right now is that this guy right here goes from diagonal bottom left to solid right. And if I'm correct, I think that would fit in here? Yeah. Over here. It'd go bottom left to solid right, or mid right. So what I'm going to do is ignore what's currently in the cache. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go nab this one by switching it over to Earth. Then we're going to rotate the thing by 180 degrees so that I can then bring it into this. I'm going to take this over here and put it in that slot so it connects. And that way we'll have something that goes from here all the way down to here. And then I've just got to hope that I can grab something that'll connect from there. Maybe that guy will fit perfectly. It goes... Would that one fit? Crap, am I getting trapped here? So when that guy... I'm taking this away and putting it over there, which will fit there, but then I'll end up with you. Let's rotate it so I can get a good idea of what it looks like. Oh, this could be a problem. Or not a problem, I don't know. It goes from bottom left to straight up into the center. Which fits, because this guy's also coming from the bottom left. But then we're in trouble, aren't we? It'd go bottom left up into center, and then the center's a dead end. And since we would be going like this through every single junction to get there, I'm only creating an infinite loop that doesn't go anywhere. I mean, I'm only creating a loop that uses all 4 junctions but doesn't go anywhere. It has to actually reach one of the outputs to work. And it's not going to. And that's a problem. That is a problem. Since I've reached a dead end with my current setup, I think I want to try something else. This guy over here leads us into a loop that it's not going to lead us anywhere, but if I can put this guy over here, it would go from here to this direction, which would free up this straight piece, because then we'd have it going like this, and I could switch this one with that one, so that it'd be going, the pattern would go like this, down the left, down, up into the middle, and then if I could make that an exit, we could be able to leave. If I can make that work. I'm not super sure how to make that part work yet, but I'm going to at least try to do the steps I see so far, and we'll see what it looks like at that point. Yeah, this didn't really work out. It's a nice continuous thing that is really long, but it just loops around to where it started. And I guess I got distracted by stuff being able to fit together, I guess. I don't know. So we have these 4 pieces. It's 2 corners, and it's two of these curves, and then there's one straight line, which is the one that's not here right now. And I just got to figure out which of these 4 directions I can even try to go in from there, and that's not easy. Yeah, I need a new approach. I would say the toughest thing about this whole situation is that the one thing that would fix everything for me is if I could get that one straight piece to be forward and back compared to where I'm standing instead of left and right. But I don't see any way to rotate any of these. their orientation compared to where I'm currently standing seems to always be the same, because no matter when you rotate the whole thing around, the same, I always change the same piece, so it's always facing the same way. And I don't see a contraption on this thing that lets me rotate it. Take a quick look over here. Like, I've been looking at this thing a bit, and while it does kind of have a circle to it, but that's just because it's the housing for a sphere, I have not found any sort of command or button or anything on this thing that would make it rotate, which is what I've been looking for. And that would be a godsend, really, because then you could actually decide what direction things face, and that would completely change the context of the problem for me. But because I can't rotate them, you're really limited in how you can use them. Which makes me wonder how you even can make the solution happen here. It feels impossible, but I probably just haven't combined them in the right pattern yet. I'm probably just still missing something here. Oh. Hang on. You can rotate them. And it rotates them by 90 degrees. Oh, god damn it. This would have been... I would have been done so much... Oh, the missing link has been found. Ta-da! This should be a solution then. Okay. It should be solved right now when it loads in. Here we go. Where is... Here we go. Here we go. What was that? Don't make that sound. Call the elevator. Up we go. It's connected now. That's great. Because I rotated this by 90 degrees, so it fits in now. Oh, god damn it. I would have saved so much time by knowing about that. Ah! Alright, so this will connect me to the panel on the far end. And if I can just rotate them at will, then yeah, I could probably go in all four directions pretty easily. So what do you do? Oop. Hello, entire other path. If I play with you, what am I even going to be oh. Hi. What do you do? Oh, are you that? Is that a gondola? One. Two. A line? Wait, was that barrier there a second ago? What am I trying to accomplish here? So that got rid of you. It replaced you with that other barrier, though. Do I just want to remove everything from you? Now there's nothing there. Is that good? We'll keep you in mind for later. I want to see where this path goes. Because I don't even have context for what I'm trying to do with that guy yet. Does this lead me somewhere new? It's a dead end! Woohoo! Then the freaky sight of the water just stopping as it reaches the edge of the bubble, which is strange to look at. Alright, so I can see the underside of this place now. In one of the other paths. I can't touch the wall of the world though from here, so I can't teleport. All I seem to have access to is this panel, which does something. What do you do? What do I want you to do? I've been putting 3 in so far, but it wasn't 3 what was already... Yeah, it makes that wall happen. Do I want that there? I assume I don't want that, because that was there when I got... It was here when I got there, right? So I probably want it to be blank, because it looks like a rail car would go through there, and these must be a series of locks that were placed. So I probably want to empty each lock. And judging by the dead end, I guess this might be all that's here to do, that I can do here. So... next plan should be to... I guess find a way to go left or right, or both. And see what I can do in those directions. Alright. Now that I know I can rotate these things, that's a big deal. Although, the process of rotating in these things, dear lord. So what you do is you rotate this guy slowly to the right, the orientation, then you go down this elevator twice, and then you go to the spot to teleport in. You teleport to the Earth world, then you rotate it in Earth, and then you most likely will want... well, if you're trying to change the piece, you would then have to go to the previous room on Earth, teleport to the bridge way back there, then run over here and take the elevator over and continue. But if you're just rotating it, then you could take this out, the teleporter to Earth, rotate it, then take it back with your new direction. Wow, so we gotta figure out how to go a different direction now. I can't go from here to left because there's no other straight piece, so I can't just make a straight line like this, so I need to be more creative. For example, going like right, and then all the way around. No. Let's see. I want to go left because there's a crazy building over there, and there's like a whole gondola thing going on. So I'm curious about that. Let's see if we can find out how that's powered. Although that might be a bad idea. Maybe you know what? Once I get there, they'll probably let me open up a shortcut so I don't have to go to resolve the maze to get there. I think I saw a shortcut. I think I saw an unbuilt bridge way back there, so I probably only have to solve it once. Let's try a different pattern, because I think the current one's not going to help. It can't be that one. It really only can be this one, or the... It can only be this one right here I'm switching to right now, or the other one, and the other one didn't seem to work, so it'd have to be this one that would make it work. Because, that's the only... There's only two options if you're trying to connect openings between here and there, and the other one wasn't really working out, so... You can't see it, but there's an opening right below me. Right? Yeah, because there's an opening on 3 of the sides. You just can't see it from this angle, unfortunately. So my goal is to go... There's no acute angles in this game, so I can't go that way. So I'm gonna... This has to be a straight piece. So this guy's gonna have to come over here. And then we have to go like this to curve around. That one can stay where it is, and then we have to go like that to curve around. And now that I know I can rotate them, that shouldn't be hard to do, but it will be time consuming. So I will see you guys later. Did it happen? I think I've got it. That goes from here to my left. Yeah. Alright, so good look at that if anyone's trying to reference this. That's the pattern I've got now. Now that I know that I can rotate it, which is... God, that's such a big deal to not know at first. Now that I know I can rotate them, this is actually a relatively easy puzzle. It's just... the process of moving the pieces is very time-consuming. I seriously just kick back and put a podcast on and listen to that while I'm chugging away at it, so that's why we do all the jump cuts. I can't do entertaining, or really any commentary over the slow process of that. Hello, other path. So if I'm right, there's probably a bridge near here? Maybe not. Okay, not right here. Hey, it's those it's the birds we saw before. There's the elevator from before. Oh, we're not nearly as close to stuff as I thought we might be. I was really hoping for the ability to create a bridge. Still might be we might have that like somewhere else though. So I suspect there's a gondola because you can actually see rails here. So you'd board it over here by walking out on this spot. And boom. But we need to bring it here. And we need to undo those barriers first, probably. Now that we've established that you can even undo one of them, and there's probably more than one. I'm gonna do a look around real quick on here just to see if there's like a... No? Just thought I'd check to see if there's like a random terminal around here. Any kind of surprise. Okay. Oh, there's one. Hi.
This desperate situation up here. If you could, please. Hurry. I appreciate.
So if I don't know if I corrected myself properly before, but I did realize that that's the, it's supposed to be the Mofang, I believe, that can... I probably should even try to correct myself now, because I'll probably be wrong, I might be wrong again and mixing that up. I think it's the Mofang that can mimic human speech, and the villains that were, I think the villains were the giants that couldn't do, you know what, fuck it. I'm not even going to talk about it. I'm just going to go back to the Farley house and review the notes again. The information wasn't relevant for so long that I've now mixed up the two names. It seems that we're at war with the Mofang. Well, I mean, no, I know we are at war with the Mofang, whichever one of them that is, that does or does not speak English. The problem is that, they freaking called the friendly ones villains, and they called the other ones something else, and that's really crossed some wires for a while here. Here we go. This seems to be the shortcut I was hoping we'd find. Come on. Got it. There we go. No, not you. It's not what I clicked on at all. There we go. Right? Ta-da! I'm really happy I figured out that much. There we go. So now we have an alternate way through. So there's the elevator. And here's the places I keep teleporting in and out of over and over again, so I can get in and out. And here's an alternate path we can take now. So now the gondola location is now connected. So if I get it working, we're good, and we can get there. But now I've got to figure out the last remaining pattern. I guess I'll just go right back through the maze. This is one of the I could have gone either way, really. So we've unlocked two of the two different paths now. This one now has a shortcut unlocked, so I never have to take this path again. The other one was a computer terminal, which I've now opened to the barrier with, so I think we never have to go there again either. Oh, come on. I'm not standing close enough, I guess. There we go. So now that I've made it this far, now I just need to get a path to the right. And because we have that shortcut unlocked, now I have multiple options here. So I can go from here to the right, which seems kind of impossible. Yeah, it does seem impossible. I could make this turn, for example. So there's the thing about this is that there's two possible ways I could lay this out. There's only three exits or entrances, left, right, and down right now. So I'm on one of the two options right now. This option is not possible because the only connection, let's see. Yeah. So if we enter through here, there's no acute angle, so I can't go this way, so that's impossible. So I can't like loop all the way around, which means that I'd have to go right. Which means I have to go straight here, but then I have to go straight again here, and there's no two straight pieces, so that's impossible. Then we test the next direction, and there's a similar problem, I believe. Yep. See, I could go from down here to the right by just rotating this piece, but there's no acute angle, so I can't go that way. Wait. No? Wait, does it fit right now? Wait, no, that's totally... Wait. Did it just... Well, it's a good thing I didn't just go with my assumption and actually stuck with what I was saying. It's a good thing that I actually did the process out loud and checked it then, because yeah, I just did a thing that connects me to my left, so of course I can connect to the right by just rotating it by 90 degrees. Duh. It's the same move. Yeah, obviously. Okay, yeah. So I think that's that maze completed. It's relieving to escape that, honestly. Alright. It's already been like 2 hours.